Just 2 hours trading for 1.32% profit today. Let's get straight over to the charts and I'll show you how I did it. Hi again. Time is about 12 minutes past 7 in London, and just preparing for the live London trade planning webinar with the Price Action Traders Institute members. Seen a couple of entry points that I've just taken. So I'm in on 3 trades at the moment. I'll just flick through these for you before I start the trade plan. So you can see the Euro Japanese yen, taking this at 42 as price pulled back down to one of our entry points, looking for price to push through this 50 up past this previous high here, up towards the 80 where I've got my take profit at the moment. The US dollar Japanese yen, taken this one as well, seen a 29 pip move from low to high, and just taken a long on this, looking for price to push up through that 50 level and up to 80 where I've got my take profit. And the third trade that I'm holding, Canadian dollar Japanese yen, I've just taken this just below that 80 level, looking for price to push back up through that 80, up past this previous day's high where price has been bouncing off a few times. Needed to break through that previous day's high, up through the 0 and up towards 20. A little optimistic maybe, but we'll see what happens. Seen weakness on the Japanese yen yesterday, and it looks like that's been playing through. Not quite as substantial as it was yesterday, but it looks like that's what's been playing out overnight throughout the Asian session. Okay, I'll pause the video for now. Need to finish preparing and dealing with the live London trade planning webinar. If you'd like to find out more about that, as usual, I'll put a link down in the description box. You can have a look at that, see what you think, and maybe even join us. Okay, I'll pause the video for now and I'll be back with you in a little while. Okay, back with you. The time is 1 minute past 8. We've just seen the London Open take place and started to see a bit more of a move on those Japanese yen pairs that I was speaking about earlier on. So I'll flick through these pairs, still holding the same 4. I've got the Euro Japanese yen, seen that move up through that 50 level, up through the previous high. Now it's starting to pull back down a little bit again. So nothing to do at the moment, still showing a bit of profit, but I'm not going to lock in anything just yet. In fact, let me just measure and see how much that made. 16 pips. Now I'm doing nothing on that at the moment. I'll let that ride. Nothing to do on the pound US dollar. Pound Japanese yen. Saw this starting to move up towards that previous high. Now price is pulling back a little bit again. So again, nothing to do on that. Let me see where that reached. 18 pips. Tempted to lock in break even on that. Let me see what the pound US dollar's doing. We're seeing a bit of a big downturn on that. So no, I'll let that ride out. I was considering locking in break even on that, but I'll let that ride out for the moment. If it stops out, I'll lose 12 pips, and that's something that I have to accept. So nothing to do there. US dollar Japanese yen. Price pushed up, showing a little bit of profit. Only a small amount on that, but nothing to do. Looking for price to push up through that 50 level and up towards 80 where I've got my take profit. US dollar, Canadian dollar, nothing to do on that. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, again, saw that move up, pushed out through that previous day's high. We'd seen a couple of bounces off that day's high. It pushed out and now it's pushing back down again now. So nothing to do on that, not enough profit in that to lock anything right now. So that's it, 4 trades I'm still holding. I've got considering one more pending order, but we'll see what happens. I'll pause the video for now and I'll be back with you in a little while just to let you know how this plays out. Back soon. So back with you, it's 7 minutes past 8 now, seeing the New Zealand dollar US dollar dropping down here. I've just taken this as price has come through an entry point, taking it short, looking for price to come down towards this 20 level where I've got my take profit at the moment. So just going to check and see. Yeah, Australian dollar's moving down as well, which will probably be linked with that New Zealand dollar drop as well. US dollar, not sure what that's doing at the moment. Oh, it's okay, yeah, we're seeing a bit of strength there. Just trying to build up a picture. That could be CAD weakness that's pushing that one up. It looks like I'm going to take a full stop on that pound Japanese yen. I looked at it just now and I was considering locking in break even. I could live to regret that this morning, but then again, we work with very tight stops, so it's only going to be 12 pips, and never a problem, really isn't. So, seeing a deep pullback on the pound pairs at the moment, but nothing we can do about it. Euro's pulling back a little bit as well. Okay, so that's it really. I just wanted to let you know that I've taken that 5th trade, New Zealand dollar, US dollar, and that's where I am at the moment. 5 trades. Okay, I'll be back soon with an update for you. Okay, back with you for an update. The New Zealand dollar, US dollar continues to move down, making more than 10 pips at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lock in just a couple of pips on that, just in case that price spins around again. But that's moving down quite solid now, along with the Australian dollar pairs. In fact, I'm going to hit the button just as it spiked through, but a little bit lower than where I wanted to get in on that, but I'm in on it now. So I've taken a trade on the Australian dollar, US dollar, just pushing my stop loss in 10 pips. Okay, let's shrink this down a little bit so we can see what's going on. Okay, I'm going to put a 2-to-1 risk to reward on this and leave it at that for now, see what happens as price gets down towards that previous day's low. So I'm seeing a nice solid move down on this Australian dollar at the moment and on the New Zealand dollar. Just checking these other pairs, seeing a big decline in the euro, so it's pushing these down. Euro Japanese yen, you can see is just a little bit in the red at the moment. Pound Japanese yen pushed down, almost hit my stop loss there, but just avoided it. It must have been a fraction of a pip, it really must have been. So looking for that to push back up again and back into profit. Australian dollar, US dollar just taken. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, nothing to do on that at the moment. US dollar, Japanese yen, you can see that little gain it made, it's starting to pull that back at the moment. Nothing to do on the Canadian, on the CAD, US dollar CAD. I missed an entry point on that. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, seeing that pulling down after going into profit. And New Zealand dollar, US dollar pushing down quite nicely. Very, very strong. Let's see what that... I'll just let that ride for a moment. Okay, I'll pause the video for now and I'll be back in a little while to give you an update and let you know how these trades are doing. Back soon. I'm considering whether to stick with this or whether to get out of it now and just take the profit today and have a good week, reasonable profit week. So that's something I need to decide. I'm going to watch this price action at the end of this candle and just make my decision on that, purely because it'll be nice to finish early again, decent profit for the week, and just walk away from this, shut the charts down for another week. But I'll be back in a minute and I'll let you know. So as you've probably guessed, I took the decision of getting out of those trades, just punched out of them, saw a reasonable profit. Really fancied another early day today, and that's what I did. So just quickly go through these. Euro Japanese yen plus 14 pips, US dollar Japanese yen 11 pips, New Zealand dollar US dollar 11, and Canadian dollar Japanese yen 4 pips. Those two losing trades, just losing me 3 pips between them, ending up with 37 pips. That works out to 1.32% profit. Not bad for 2 hours trading, happy with that. And that's me done for the weekend. I've got the rest of the weekend off now. No trading on a Friday. Nothing to do with the strategy that we trade. You can trade this on a Friday or any trading day, but it's just that I enjoy longer weekends. So that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Please remember to hit subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks very much.